So next case is an RL series case. In an RL series case, what we will have a AC source, we have a resistor, and we have an inductor. This is R, this is L. Let me assume now as two are connected in series, so their voltages will be different. So the voltage across the resistor is VR and the voltage across the inductor is VL. Yes, one thing I have left here before moving into this RLC part, let me take to the concept of J operator also. I have not discussed this J operator. So what is this J operator? I will take it over here. Now J operator, we always see this imaginary term denoted in the mathematics as I, but we don't take I because I is used for the current, that's why we use J. So this J operator is an operator which rotates a vector. So I will write here, it rotates the vector. What is vector? जो अभी हमने पढ़े vector diagrams, vector by 90 degree. Rotates the vector by 90 degree in anti-clockwise direction. Now let's understand this. Now if I take the case of this capacitor, now in this capacitor we have seen that our vector is rotated by 90 degree. You can see here that it is rotated in the 90 degree. It means J term will be included here. J term एंटी क्लॉकवाइज जब भी आप रोटेट करेंगे 90 डिग्री से तो J ऑपरेटर आपके पास आ जाएगा. अगर मेरे पास, अगर मैं ये कहूँ J is equal to under root of -1, then can I say that J square is equal to -1? It means whenever I will have 2 times J operator, it will be rotated by 180 degree or simply it will be multiplied with the -1 value. So where we use these terms, we use these in the case of representing my impedances. Now over here you can see this impedance XC is there, and in the case of inductor this impedance XL is there. So these are the two impedances, and sometimes we have the resistance also. So when we have more than one impedances, that is R, L and C, 3 components or either of these 2 components are there, then we have to show a combined impedance by value Z, and this Z is nothing but equal to, in the case of resistor you will call it as ZR is equal to R impedance. ZL in the case of inductor it is equal to J of XL. In the case of capacitor it is equal to minus J of XL. Now look here, ZC I must write here. Now in the case of the resistor ZR, which is an impedance where there is no phase shifting or there is no rotation of the vector because both the voltage and the currents are phase shifted by 0 degrees. So you will find here no J term is there. In the case of the inductor, we have seen that there is a phase shifting by 90 degree, and that phase shifting is, if I go back to my diagram, you will see here that this is my phase shifting in which voltage is leading the current by 90 degree. It means there is an anti-clockwise direction of plus 90 degree, or simply I will say the J operator will be there. So you will find this J operator which is there to compensate for the plus 90 degree phase shift, or voltage is leading the current. In any way you can say or you represent it. Third is the capacitor. In the capacitor, voltage is lagging the current by 90 degree. It means if we have total 360 degrees, can I say that if I divide these total 360 degrees, can I say that -1 represents for the J square? It means if this is my 1J, this is my second J. So can I say this J square will be equal to -1? I will be here now, and further multiplying it with J will make me to reach here. So can I say my J cube, just a minute, J cube is equal to -J. So it means I am starting from here and I am reaching at this point, or in the other case I can say if I move in the opposite direction, that this is my angle, where this is in the clockwise direction. In the clockwise direction, if I have to say something is lagging, then I will say in the clockwise direction. If something is leading, I will take in the anti-clockwise direction. So either I can represent it as lagging way, only my j will be there, or I can represent it as j cube, which is equal to minus j. So this zc is equal to minus j of xc, because here minus j is simply showing me the angle of minus 90 डिग्री. या तो मैं माइनस 90 डिग्री बोल दूँ इसको, या प्लस 270 डिग्री बोल दूँ, दोनों ही एक चीज़ है. बट इंस्टेड ऑफ प्लस 270 वी प्रेफर कि हम माइनस 90 डिग्री बोले. दैट्स वाई वी हैव यूज्ड इट माइनस जे ऑफ एक्सएल. Sorry, it is XC, not XC. So these are the three impedances that we will use when we have more than one combination. Is it clear? Okay, so this is my RL circuit. Now I will make use of my impedance over here. So if I apply the KVL, if I take this voltage source as simply V, which is obvious now, Vm sin omega t, and the current I, which is Im sin omega t, I will not represent it again by full form or by the complete equations. So if I apply the KVL over here, when I will apply KVL, what I will get? KVL states that the total voltage source must be equal to the sum of the drops. So total voltage source is V and the drops is, as these two are connected in the series, so can I say it is equal to VR plus VL. V is nothing but, I can replace this complete circuit with a single impedance, that is Z, and I can say it is connected to this voltage V and the current flowing is I. So from here, can I say that my I is equal to V by Z? So in the other way, I can say V is equal to I into Z. So I will say I into Z is equal to, I have assumed this impedance to be combined impedance Z. But actually there are two components, a resistor and the inductor, which are connected in the series. So what I will do, I will take individual voltages. So what is the value of the VR? If current is flowing I through it, then definitely the value of the VR is equal to I into R. And what should be the angle? There is the, we have studied the angle is, phase difference is 0. Plus, second, current it will remain the same I. What is the impedance of this inductor? As I said, it is equal to XL and the phase angle is of 90 degree. So this is one way of representing, or you can write it as I into Z, which is equal to I into R. You don't write angle 0, plus, instead of plus 90 degree, what I will write? I will write J. So I will write here, it is J I into XL. So this is the other way of representing it. That's why I have discussed this thing, that why we use J for plus 90 degree and minus J for minus 90 degree. Then if I take this current values outside or common, then I will get here Z will be equal to R plus J of XL. So this is my impedance in the case of the resistor and the inductor connected in series. So now I can say this R and L, resistor and the inductor impedance, can be represented by a single impedance Z, whose value is equal to R plus J of XL. Now over here we have few diagrams related to it. We may have the diagrams in the voltage. If I take the voltage, then definitely I will find the diagrams for the voltage also. For example, if I take my direction of the current, because current is same over here, current is flowing in both VR and VL same, कोई change नहीं है current में. So I will take my current direction, this one I, right? I will take this voltage VR. Now look here, VR will be, or maybe I don't know what will be the answer, but I can assume that VR may be small than I. VL may be small than I, because VR plus VL will be equal to V. V will be definitely greater than I, because it is the current, and definitely we know that I is equal to V by Z. तो I तो definitely V से छोटा होगा, लेकिन VR और VL हो सकता है I से भी छोटे हों. There is no doubt in that. So don't get confused in these diagrams. These are just for the representation. So I will assume that VR is this much of magnitude and its direction will be exactly similar to that of the current, because there is no phase difference between the voltage and the current in the case of the resistor. But in the case of inductor, there is a phase difference of 90 degree between the voltage and the current. It means if this is my direction of the current and this is this, then can I say my voltage across the inductor, or which is represented as VL, should be shifted by the 90 degree over here? And can I say if this is the VR, this is the VL, then my resultant, we have studied the resultant of the two vectors, so this resultant V will be in this direction and this will be an angle theta which is definitely greater than 0 degree but also less than 90 degree. अगर ये मेरा कंपोनेंट पूरा का पूरा रेजिस्टर ही होता, एक ही कंपोनेंट होता, तब मेरे पास एंगल क्या रहता V और I में 0 डिग्री का. अगर वो इंडक्टर रहता पूरा तो उनके बीच में एंगल रहता 90 डिग्री का. बट अब ये एक रेजिस्टर और इंडक्टर का कॉम्बिनेशन है. इट मीन्स नाउ माई voltage V and I will have an angle which is between 0 and 90 degree. The higher the value of the resistance, more it will be towards 0 degree. Higher the value of the XL, more it will be towards the 90 degree. Or from here you can say V is equal to, it is Pythagoras theorem के through भी आप कर सकते हैं, it is VR का square plus VL का square. And this theta can be represented in the form of the voltages as tangent inverse of, you know the formula, that is Pandit Badri Prasad Har Bole. So here we have tangent. So tangent is nothing but the perpendicular over base. So tangent of theta will be perpendicular is, it is VL, and what is the base? It is VR. So this is the formula and this is the theta which we mostly use in a lot of questions, and this triangle is called as the voltage triangle. Similarly, you can have the impedance triangle also. If you want the impedance triangle, then in place of the voltages you will use impedances. The concept will remain the same. In place of VL you will have XL. In place of VR you will have R. And in place of V you will have the combined impedance which is Z. And the angle will be theta again. Or you can write now theta will be equal to, from this again you can say it will be tangent inverse of XL by R. So by giving, if in the questions we have the values of the impedances, we can find this theta using the XL and R. If it is given in the form of the voltage, we can use VL by R. Or one more is there, that is the last one, which is the power triangle. Power triangle. In that case we make use of the different powers. So there are three actual powers. One is the reactive power, second is called as the active power or the average power, and third one is the apparent power. So I will denote first these three types of powers so that it will be easy for you to remember. One is active power. So it is the actual power consumed in any circuit, and it is equal to the product of the RMS voltages, that is equal to VRMS into IRMS and cos of phi. Okay, wait a minute. Cos of phi yes. So it is VRMS into IRMS. Second, I will take the case. Just a minute. Yes. So second one is the reactive power. It is due to the reactive component in the circuit, and it is given as VI sin of phi. Right. Last one is the apparent power. Just turn off your mics. And it is equal to simple, that is VI, and it noted by S. S is equal to VI. So these are the three powers we use, and it is equal to VI cos of phi. So depending upon the values, if I take cos of phi, it will be product with the VI, it is active power. If I take sin of phi, product with the VI, it is reactive power, and the apparent power we only take SI. So there is one more triangle for this RL series circuit, that is called as the power triangle. So in place of the R, we will have I square R, that is the power due to this resistance, which is given as PR. Second, due to XL, it is I square XL will be the power, which is given by QL, and the resultant of this will be S is equal to I square Z, which is nothing but V into I. And again the theta angle will be there, so this theta can be represented as tangent inverse of QL by PL, or simply PR or P sometimes, right? So this is all about the different triangles in the case of RL circuit. We have just seen that with the help of with the introduction of more than one impedance, that is resistor and inductor, there is a change of the phase angle between the voltage and the current. The higher the value of the resistance, more it will be towards the zero. Higher the value of the inductance or XL, more it will be towards the 90 degree. We can represent different triangles also. These are easy. These are all the phasor diagrams. So in the second case, we will discuss the RC series circuit, or simply the AC source across R and C. So as we have done in the case of the inductor, where we have this R and L across a voltage source V, so over here we will have R and C. So let us see that how this is going to affect and what are the different things in comparison to the RL. So if I draw the diagram over here, I will have a resistor and a capacitor, and this is connected to a voltage source, AC voltage source I must say. So this is, let us assume V, this is the current I, similar to the previous one. This is R and this is C. So I will assume this voltage to be VR, that is across this resistor, and across this capacitor is VC. Now again, by applying the KVL, I will write now here directly that V is equal to VR plus VC. If I apply the KVL over here in this, total voltage V must be equal to the sum of the voltages VR plus in VC, and the V can be written as, in the earlier case also I have written it equal to I into, sorry, I must write here small I into Z, and this VR must be equal to small I into R with the angle of 0 degree, plus small I into what is the voltage VC. Voltage क्या होगी यहाँ पर? If I compare it with the voltage, if I have to find here voltage VC, VC is equal to, if I look here, in the case of VL, you said that VL is nothing but J into I into XL. So I is obvious, that is I is the current flowing through it. So if I look at this J and XL, what are these? J is for this 90 degree phase shift, and XL is for the impedance provided by it. So if I look here, I can write here that I is the current, impedance provided by it will be XC, and the angle is, what is the angle? It is minus 90 degree. If I go back and look at the capacitor case, this one, there you can see that it was, or you can say here the voltage was lagging the current I. When voltage is lagging the current I, definitely it is in the anti-clockwise direction. Sorry, it is in the clockwise direction, and this angle will be taken as minus 90 degree. So that's the reason we have used here minus 90 degree. And from here I can say that it can be written as I into, or if I write directly, I will be cancelled out in both the sides, on both left and right hand side. I can write here as Z is equal to R minus angle of minus 90 degree will be changed to, अगर मुझे इसको J में change करना है, then it will be angle minus 90 degree will be minus J. So I can write here R minus J of XC. So this will be my impedance, or the combined impedance, when I connect here a resistor and a capacitor in series, right? So similarly we can get the different values as we have done, that is V, or the total voltage V over here will be nothing but equal to the under root of square of this VR and VC. So this will be my voltage, and if I draw the voltage triangle, you will find this will be my current direction, this will be my VR value, because VR and I are at the same phase, angle is 0 degree. But if I look at this VC and I, definitely there is phase shift of -90 डिग्री. सो -90 का मतलब है कि इसको अब मैं नीचे की तरफ को ड्रॉ करूंगा. और अगर मैं आर और एल सर्किट की बात कर रहा तो वहाँ पे देखिए आपका जो ये VL था ये पॉजिटिव साइड को जा रहा था. क्यों पॉजिटिव साइड जा रहा था? क्योंकि एंटी क्लॉकवाइज में जब हम मूव करते तो मैंने कहा पॉजिटिव होगा, और एंगल क्या था इसका 90 डिग्री, सिर्फ और सिर्फ VL का I के साथ. V की बात नहीं कर रहा, सिर्फ VL की बात कर रहा हूँ. और सिमिलरली VC के केस में जब सिर्फ आपने कैपेसिटर ही चेक किया VC, तो उसमें एंगल आपका -90 डिग्री है. तो ये जो -90 डिग्री है ये आपका एंगल जो है वो क्लॉकवाइज डायरेक्शन आती है, तो इस करके यहाँ पे -90 डिग्री में आपका ये नीचे की तरफ को रहता है. सो दिस इज योर VC एंड डेफिनेटली द रिजल्टेंट विल बी दिस वन, which is giving me some again an angle in the clockwise direction. So this theta will be now considered in minus terms because it is moving in the clockwise. So this is total V and it is called as your voltage triangle. Is it clear to you all now? Clear है ये? Okay. Now if I have to find this theta value, how I will find the theta? Now can I write theta is equal to, as I have done in the previous case, it is tangent inverse of. Now look here, the voltage is going down, it means it should be considered negative. So I will write here minus VC. It is tangent inverse of minus VC by VR, because we know that tangent is perpendicular upon base. So perpendicular is theta का perpendicular है आपका minus VC and base is VR. So this is my theta value. Similarly, if I have to draw the impedance triangle, in the impedance triangle we will make use of the impedance values. So we have three values over here. One is the R, second is XC. So R is in the direction of I ले लिया मैंने. XC जो होगा वो डेफिनेटली 90 डिग्री से फेज शिफ्ट है यहाँ पे और नेगेटिव में है ये. सो इट इज इन दिस डायरेक्शन एंड द रिजल्टेंट ऑफ दिस विल बी Z. So again over here you will get this theta, which is again the negative side. So theta will come out to be tangent inverse of minus of XC. Yes, don't forget to write here minus XC by R. Right? Now next let's discuss this power factor over here. So to discuss this, okay, before moving to power factor, let's discuss one more, that is power triangle. I will take one more case of power triangle. So in the power triangle I will make use of these power values. We have three power values: active, reactive and apparent powers. So directly I will draw the diagram here. This is I square R, this is nothing but equal to P. Then we have here I square XC, that is equal to QC, and last one is the I square Z, which is equal to S. So these are three values and we have this theta angle. So now I want to discuss here the power factor. So this power factor, as I said, is nothing but cos of theta or cos of this angle. So power factor के अगर मैं normal terms में बात करूँ, so power factor can be written as cos of the angle, that theta. So it could be cos of, अगर मुझे यहाँ पर इस वाले में बात करनी है तो cos of theta, cos का क्या फॉर्मूला होगा? अगर मैं अपने यहाँ पे लिखूँ पंडित बद्री प्रसाद, you all know this, हर बोले, it's the best way to remember. So over here we have cos. So cos is base upon hypotenuse. It means if I look here, this base will be VR and the hypotenuse will be V. So if I have to find the power factor over here in terms of the voltages, can I write here it is equal to VR by V? And if I have to find in terms of impedance, then can I say it is R by Z? Because same over here, theta will be base upon hypotenuse, so it will be R by Z. And if I have to find it in terms of the power, so it will be, the base is over here is P and the hypotenuse is the S, so it will be equal to P by S. and this power factor over here is lagging. Why it is lagging? Because this theta is moving in the anti-clockwise direction, sorry, in the clockwise direction, and in the clockwise direction we take the negative value. That's why this cos theta, or we can say this power factor, is lagging. Right? Is it clear now? सिमिलरली अगर मैं इंडक्टर में बात करूंगा तो यही पावर फैक्टर आपका क्या आ जाएगा, लीडिंग में आ जाएगा. So these are the all different cases which I want to discuss before moving into this main one, that is the RLC series circuit. So in the today's main topic I'm going to discuss this RLC series. So what is going to happen when we have all these three impedances, resistor, inductor and the capacitor. So let us discuss that part. अगर यहाँ तक क्लियर है देन ओनली आई विल मूव, अदरवाइज आगे जाने का कोई फ़ायदा नहीं है, आपको अगला समझ नहीं आएगा. एंड नेक्स्ट टॉपिक आई विल डिस्कस द रेजोनेंस विच इज़ ऑल बेस्ड ऑन दिस. सो अगर कोई क्वेरी है तो बता दें. ओके, सो आई एम मूविंग ऑन. सो नेक्स्ट दैट इज इंपॉर्टेंट वन, दैट इज द RLC सीरीज. RLC series, it means I am going to connect all these in series to an AC source. So let's take an AC source. This is my resistor, this is my inductor, and third one I'm going to use here, a capacitor. Again I will make use of all these values V and I. I will remain the same for all these. So let this be R, L and C, and the voltage, as these are connected in series, so they will all add it up. I will name individually them as VR, VL and VC, as we have done in the previous case. अगर पिछला केस समझ में आ गया तो अब कोई मुश्किल नहीं आएगी, हम बस कंबाइन करेंगे. We are going to combine here an RL and RC circuit. So if you look here, if I apply the KVL, if I apply KVL over here, just understand it. KVL अप्लाई करेंगे, then KVL states that the total voltage V must be equal to the sum of these three voltages. So it is equal to VR plus VL plus VC. These are the three voltages values. And if I assume this total combined impedance from this RLC circuit as Z, combined impedance को अगर मैं Z assume कर लेता हूँ, then can I say the current into impedance Z must be equal to the voltage, total voltage. So I will write here I into Z is equal to, what is the current flowing through this resistor? It is same current I. So I will take I outside the bracket. Then okay, not outside, अभी मैं आपको समझाने के लिए साथ साथ में लिखता हूँ. And the impedance of this resistor, it is nothing but equal to R with angle 0 degree. And plus for the case of VL, now you will tell me that impedance provided by this inductor is, what is the value of the impedance? इसकी इम्पीडेंस हमारे पास R है, इसकी इम्पीडेंस हम XL बोलते हैं और इसकी इम्पीडेंस हम क्या बोलते हैं, XC. So if I look here, the impedance over here will be XL, and the angle with which the voltage and currents are related, it is plus 90 degree. Then if I look at the capacitor, it is I into XC, and the angle over here is minus 90 degree. So this is important. This is what I want you to अंडरस्टैंड, जो आपने अभी पढ़ा. अगर आपने चीज़ क्लियर है तो आप इजीली कोई भी क्वेश्चन लिख सकते हैं. देन आई विल बी कैंसल आउट, सो आई विल कैन डायरेक्टली राइट हियर इज इक्वल टू R, एंगल 0 विल बी फिनिश का कोई मतलब नहीं रहा, प्लस फॉर प्लस 90 डिग्री व्हाट विल बी द वैल्यू ऑफ J? इट इज प्लस J और माइनस J? एनीवन? Plus 90 degree means moving in the clockwise direction, and in the clockwise direction we got the value for every 90 degree phase shift, we got the value equal to J. This is I want you to remember, इसको याद रखें. प्लस में आप जा रहे हैं तो आपकी वैल्यू प्लस J होगी, अगर आप माइनस में जा रहे हैं तो आपकी माइनस J होगी. और प्लस और माइनस का रिलेशन क्या है? क्लॉकवाइज में आप माइनस लेते हैं और क्लॉकवाइज में आप माइनस लेते हैं और एंटी क्लॉकवाइज में क्या लेते हैं? प्लस. सो इट इज एंटी क्लॉकवाइज, नॉट क्लॉकवाइज. लेट मी चेंज इट. सो इट इज एंटी क्लॉकवाइज, right? So if I look here, I will get the value plus J of XL, because for this plus 90 degree I will got J, and for this minus 90 degree I will get minus J. So it will be minus J of XC, right? So this is my total impedance. I can write here that total impedance of RLC series circuit will be equal to R plus, now these j terms will be combined, j of XL minus XC. Yes, screen is not visible. Total voltage, can I say it must be equal to V is equal to the under root of sum of all these voltages, that is VR ka square plus VL ka square plus VC ka square. Sorry, it is VL ka square and minus VC ka square. Why I am using here minus, I will tell you that. It is what I have written. Right. Now look here. Now if I have to draw my triangle, for example voltage triangle, if I have to draw, उससे मैं इसको verify करता हूँ अभी. Voltage triangle. So in the voltage triangle, what is there? I have a current. So I will assume, I will go a bit down. So I have assumed this is my current I. ये मैंने assume कर लिया. Why I have assumed current I? Because current I is common for both, for all these three, R, L and C. So it means VR, VL और VC तीनों का केस जब मैं डिस्कस करूंगा या V का केस डिस्कस करूंगा तो I सेम है. I देखिए यहाँ पर भी सेम था, तभी कॉमन था, ये कैंसिल आउट हो गया. सो I की वैल्यू मैंने सबसे पहले फिक्स कर ली. Then next is VR. So my VR is exactly in the same direction as that of I, because the phase difference is, or the angle is 90 degrees. So I will assume this is my VR. This is my VR. Right. Now ये दो चीजें आ गई. अब मेरे पास दो और वोल्टेजेस हैं. कौन कौन सी? VL and VC. Now how I will plot them? So VL is, if I look only VL, अगर सिर्फ VL को देखूं तो it means it is the special case where I am taking only the inductor, and in the case of inductor there is a difference between the phases of the voltage and the current. What is that? It is plus 90 degree. It means my VL must be at plus 90 degree with reference to my current, and plus 90 degree means in the clockwise direction. So it means I will draw my value of VL like this, which is exactly at 90 degree to that of I, and as I said plus 90 degree, it means it is in the anti-clockwise direction. So ये anti-clockwise direction में मैंने move किया. Then second is the VC. VC is minus 90 degree. It means minus 90 degree simply says it is in the clockwise direction, and you will see that this is the clockwise direction. So I will get here minus 90 degrees, and this is VC. So I got here three values: VR, VL and VC. But look here, the VL is in the positive side and VC is in the negative side. It means definitely whatever the value of VL will be there, that will be subtracted by the value of VC. Or if I take this case where my VL is greater than VC, if I take first case, VL is greater than VC, then definitely I will come to some value that is in the positive side. I assume this is my that value, or I write here as this value equal to VL minus VC. ये वैल्यू आ गई मेरे पास. So definitely this is voltage VR, this is the resultant of this VL and VC, which are opposite to each other. That's why you can find here that I have used here VL square minus VC square. And now if I find the resultant, it will be up to here, and this resultant will be given by V, and there will be again a theta angle, which is nothing but the cos factor or the leading or lagging deciding factor. So over here you can see this theta is in the anti-clockwise direction. So can I say here that my voltage leads current? So there is a lead of voltage with respect to the current, and that angle is theta. But this is my special case where I have considered my VL is greater than VC. What if I consider VL less than VC? Second case, if I take VL is less than VC, then if I draw the same diagram, then definitely now VL is less than VC, or simply VC is greater than VL, then can I say now my resultant or the final value will be in the negative side, and this is that VC or VL minus, okay, VL minus VC. So definitely in this case my resultant will be like this. okay, it will touch here. So you just manage it. So ये आ गया आपके पास. And now if you look at this angle is in the clockwise direction. So definitely from this clockwise we can say that voltage is now lags current by theta angle. I will write here theta angle. Here also I will write the theta angle. So this is how these values of this VL and VC, which is depending upon the value of XL and XC, because VL and VC is nothing but I into XL, VC is I into XC. तो I तो common है, तो it means XL and XC are the deciding factors over here. अगर मैं यहाँ पर XL की बात करूँ, अगर XL की वैल्यू जो होगी वो बड़ी होगी in comparison to the XC, then definitely it will be more towards the positive side, or the value will be this case will be there. This case we will find if XL is greater than XC, and this will be the case when XL will be less than XC. So depending upon the value of the impedance of this inductor and the capacitor, we can have these two graphs. कोई भी इन दोनों में से हमें मिल सकता है. We may have the leading now or we may have the lagging now. Is it clear to you now? कैसे आई चीजें? So this is what we have discussed for the voltage. Now next, if I take the case of my impedance triangle, so impedance triangles will be more simpler. I will take only one case. This is my R. Second one is this one. In this case I will directly write as the resultant of these XL and XC. So I will write here it is XL minus XC. So you can conclude from here that if XL is greater than XC, it will be in the positive side. If XC is greater than XL, it will be in the negative side, right? And the resultant of this will be the Z, and we will have this angle theta, and this theta will be equal to tangent inverse of, you all know this formula, that is perpendicular upon base. So perpendicular to this is XL minus XC divided by base is R, right? So these are the different cases that we have discussed today. That is RL, that is only the resistor and the inductor is present. Then we have this RC, where the resistor and the capacitor is present. And then we have taken the combined case where all these R, L and C are considered in series, and we have seen that how this is going to have different impedances depending upon the value of the XL and XC. Now there we will have a special case also, that is a resonance, and that resonance I will just give you a brief idea what resonance is. In the resonance, what we do, we change the value of XL and XC in such a way that XL becomes equal to XC, and as you can see that these two are subtracting each other. If these two are equal, then definitely the resultant will be 0, or you can say that in that case your Z will come out to be equal to R only, or you can say the impedance provided by that circuit will be very small. So this is the special case of the series RLC circuit, which we will discuss in the case of the resonance, right? So I will stop here.